So I'm losing. Oh
Okay.
yeah. So I feel like should I start from the beginning? Or
No, you're okay. You're okay. That was my
I'm
fault.
fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's fine. So that's the thing. Like I feel like I'm losing more than like my probability or my probability analysis is not settled, I would say, in my mind. That's why I'm losing more than I'm kind of winning, or
Sure.
So that's the thing. Like sometimes as being beginner, I'll repeat it. It's hard to know what I need to know, or hard to know what I need to ask. I feel like I'm just absorbing, watching videos. It all makes sense. But then whenever I'm jumping independently, one like just by myself, I'm losing 80%, 70%. Um,
And you
and I
feel
feel
like
some
like when you jump in, the market just obviously it's just going the wrong direction. Like, does it happen quickly, or it takes a while for you to get stopped out?
that's the thing. I feel like I like the idea of trading 1 minute, because I
Mhm.
can see that, some it's kind of, I can see what's happening. I can predict what will be happening, but then those 1 to 2 minutes don't give me much of pips or percentage or something to close it.
Right.
Sometimes, like if you're talking about 0.01, sometimes it's 0.01 profit, and then it goes into minus. So I'm not sure if it's that sort of thing that I'm not what's the word, literally can't remember the word, sorry. So I'm just thinking maybe it's the lot size that I'm not using right, or maybe it's the actual price direction.
Are you trading on MT4 or are you trading on TradingView?
On in MT4.
Who's your broker?
I've so I had the Hugo way, but then as I've heard about FTMO, I'm just challenging myself. I feel like I need to push myself to learn. So despite my FTMO account, I already blown it, the demo one, obviously,
Okay.
the trial. I went what's called when it's not withdrawal, but overdraft.
Mm-hmm.
Overdraft. So I went into the 1,000 or something when it's like 500 allowed. So into like minus here thing. Um,
Are you doing your technical analysis on TradingView or are you doing it on MT4?
no, on trading you.
TradingView. Okay.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you share your screen with me? And I just want you to just walk through, show me how you're setting up a trade, and let's just see what your process is. And then let's see if we can't do, I don't want to overload you. You know what I mean? So we'll just go through a couple things and see what you're doing. And then we'll, practice those couple things, and then we'll come back and revisit again, because it's kind of a process.
Yeah, sure. I will be honest. I recently tidy up a little bit of the trading view. So I created. I'm not sure if I've done it correctly, but I created some charts to practice, which has different sorts of high and lows analysis. It's just for me to practice the volumes and predict where it might go. But I believe I've been doing that for, sorry, so I'll just turn it off to get better understanding of possible price movement. So that's the thing, like whenever I jump like on Monday or Sundays, I looked at volumes. Yeah,
This
I
is the
get
V70 you're
discounts.
doing here. Yeah.
Yeah, V70, that's where it kind of makes sense. I'm trying to kind of rely on the price should go back to the previous values, or high, oh no, sorry, was it POC, point of control. So sometimes it does, like this is how I'm starting thinking, like, okay, we are today, it just started creating some value. So it might go down to the yesterday's POC, or even down to the day before or so, just because it never been hit. Yeah, yesterday it wasn't
So
hitting. So
first off, do you want to trade? So V70 is its own strategy all by itself, and there's not a lot of interpretation in V70. It's just kind of a set it and forget it type of trading. But you can't really use what you're learning on V70 to analyze Forex charts. So do you want me to coach you on V70, or do you also do Forex charts as well?
when you say Forex charts, what do you mean? Sorry.
Currencies like the Euro, USD, and things of that nature.
Is that not the currency?
Gosh,
Sorry,
are you doing the V70 on currency? I thought we were on gold. You're doing V70 on currency?
Is it not working? Should I be?
I didn't know we could do V70 on currency.
Oh,
Maybe we can, but
oh,
I've not done it before. I thought that was only a gold system.
oh. Okay, maybe. Yeah, sorry, I'm not the right person. I just got it from one of the as I was looking for the lives,
Okay.
Paul speaking, Jeff speaking. Maybe I
So are
should.
you? No, it's okay. Are you doing all of your trading like this on the point and control V70 on the currency
No,
charts?
so this is where I'm kind of looking that the price probably will go down. So this is just an initial stage of
Okay.
thinking that the price will
Okay.
just go down. But then this is just like something I'll do on Sundays or Monday just for the week or so.
Okay.
And then that's the thing. That's just kind of my beginner's thinking that
Sure.
price will go down maybe.
I thought we had switched to gold, so I'm back on the same page with you now. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. I prefer looking at the Euro USD, to be honest. And then once I kind of got that thing, sorry, I'll just wait for the tab to go up. Yeah, here it is. And then I'll switch to 1 minute. Oh, yeah, actually for 1 hour, just kind of see where we are. Well, the price kind of, if it's, just kind of looking for diversion, the price likely probably will go up, but then we got that indicator going down, and it looks like the price going down. So my thinking that the price, obviously I wouldn't be trading because that line, if it's for sell, would need to be underneath. I get that. So it's not, I would be just waiting. But let's say I'm thinking that it will go down, so I would go for 1 minute. And then start seeing those rows where things start aligning. So you can see the price is below the 0 line. So divergence, price going up. Obviously, it's not moving much. I do understand there's a range. Price is ranging, but it might be hitting. Yeah, actually, it's divergence. So I understand that the price, well, the way I understand is that the price might go up and we start placing probably somewhere there. I'm just waiting for that line to cross the 0. We got green here. Everything seems to be kind of going to up. We got ninja up, but we are still in red matrix. Yeah, where's the matrix? Sorry. So 15 minutes. Oh, it should be 5 minutes. Yeah. So it's getting green. Yeah. So this is where I would start looking of placing the trade, but somehow whenever I start placing, I've done one on 1 hour. I'm like, I placed it on 1 minute. It was a while ago. This one, it went completely other way around. So I'm not sure what has happened there.
It's okay.
Yeah, at that point, I felt like divergence. I didn't see that because some indicators that the indicator wasn't there. Sometimes it would show 1 or 2 minutes after the price has moved. So when I placed it there, everything seemed to be still going down, red, like red, and then it turned. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like,
So we're trying to watch the MACD and place trades on the 1 minute chart, correct?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what would happen here? Are we getting pretty close to you making a trade, or are there other things that you use to analyze?
You mean after the 1 minute, once I see this once, yes, that would be me close to putting a
Making
trade.
a trade? Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, go back to the 1 hour with the V70.
1 hour to 70.
So the market is headed down here, right?
Yeah.
To point of control. And then we go to the 15-minute chart to the MACD, right?
On the same one, would you say?
No, but from here you went to a 15-minute chart, correct?
To 1 minute. Oh, sorry, to 1
1
hour
hour.
just to get.
There we go, 1 hour. And so let's back out on the 1 hour just a smidge.
Yeah.
Okay, and on the 1 hour, we think the market is headed up or down?
Up.
Up. Okay. Can you hit the auto button down there so the chart will? There we go. And back out just a little bit more. Okay. The market now the MACD is saying that we're crossing and starting to head down, right? Yeah. You see how the MACD is going into the red and the blue is crossing through the orange?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're starting to head down here. But so my deal is if we go to the 1 minute chart, we are not going to be taking any buys because we're beginning to head down. What I want to do, Anna, is I want to just kind of, God, I don't even know if you'd be willing to do this, but I kind of just want to take you out of this for a second because you have a lot going on here, which is fine. It's okay. But I want to back you out just a smidge if we can, and just hit some basics, just some real basic stuff here. Are you in the Ninja trading group?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have all the Ninja indicators, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you use the harmonic scanner at all?
Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you ever use support and resistance?
Support and resistance. Well, I know it, but I never actually considered that, to be honest.
Okay, if you'll end your screen share, I want to hop in just a second here and let me just show you how I build a trade a little bit.
Sorry, should I stop sharing?
Yes, when we, okay, let me start sharing with you here.
I feel like I watched so many videos about support and resistance, but never got to practice it to believe in it.
I want you to practice it and believe in it. I want you to love it. Okay. Let me turn all of this craziness off here. Okay. Now I want to support your style of trading. Okay. I don't think that you have to trade like me. Okay. But let me just see if I can just throw a couple things into your trading. Okay. what currency pair do you have one that you like the most?
Euro USD.
Euro USD. Okay. Euro. Oh, look. Oh, that's the one I'm already on. Okay. I'd really like to. You think there's any way we can do this and you could ignore these two lines that are on here?
Mhm.
I'll tell you what, we're just gonna jump over one because I really don't want it to be confusing. Let me. It'll be okay. You'll do okay. Just ignore the blue and the green. Or you know what? I'll just. Oh man, I really kind of hate that. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go, like you said, you start on the 4 hour, right?
Mhm.
You know what? I'm not gonna do that to you, Anna. I'm just gonna take a picture of this and I'm gonna erase this because I don't want anything here being weird. Okay. So support and resistance is this. The market always does the same thing over and over and over. Okay. So if we went to the 4 hour chart, all we would do is come on here and we would mark the highest point on the chart. Okay. The highest the market ever went was right here, right?
Mhm.
And we click that line. And the lowest the market has gone recently is right here. And we click this line. Okay. And then we come in and we follow and we try to find some spots where the market seems to really stop and turn around. So this horizontal dotted line right here, we just kind of start at the top and we go down. And the more times that this line gets hit, the more likely, the stronger the market has hit a spot. Can you see how the market hit this line here, here, and here? So that would be a pretty good spot. If we come down here, you see the market reversed right here, the market reversed right here. You see it hit it again over here, right here.
Yeah.
So these are spots. This is support and resistance. These are spots where when the market gets there, it likes to kind of turn around and do something different. And so we come through our chart and we mark these spots that the market likes to turn around. Goodness, I thought I clicked that. Here we go. You see how it reversed here, it reversed here, it reversed here, it reversed here. You see how the market keeps doing the same thing over and over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we'll zoom in and we'll keep doing the same thing. Look how it respected this right here. Okay, and we're going to do one more right here. I'm not going to get this too filled up with stuff, but look here, it supported this line here and it supported it right here, right? And you see that we're right back at this same line again. And what this does is it gives us ideas of when the market is going to bounce or stop or stall. These lines, like I would not take a buy expecting the market to burst through this line right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would not take a sell expecting the market to burst through this line. Most likely the market is going to reverse, okay? These are really powerful points in the market that we have to pay attention to. So when the line is below the market, it's called support. And when the line is above, it's resistance. So this is support and this is resistance for this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. If the market goes up above here, if the market came up here, then this would be support and this would be resistance. So they kind of interchange with each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's what we do. I want to show you something. I'm going to erase this real quick. Okay. And I want to show you something else I do. So do you know about trend lines?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're boxing in the market, just to get an idea what the market is doing, we want to mark our trends. See, this trend is an uptrend, 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 uptrend. The trend line was broken and we began a downtrend. Then we're on a downtrend, downtrend, downtrend until the line is broken. We're on an uptrend. The downtrend, the line is broken, right? Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We're on an uptrend again until the line is broken. We're on a downtrend, okay? So this gives us an idea of where the market is headed. So in addition to what you're doing, before you start looking at your indicators, come in here and just see, hey man, the market looks like it's going to reverse here. The market, like local support and resistance is kind of in these key areas. And we were on a downtrend. And now the downtrend has been broken. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me get this a little tighter. Here, the downtrend has been broken. And we're beginning again on an uptrend here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we can see the market is getting into trouble here. It could reject here, which it did. And the market is also respecting this line here. So we see the market is going to go into a squeeze right here. And the market gets a little unpredictable when it's in a squeeze. What we like is when it's kind of in these wide open areas like this. So if I was trading, I would be very cautious of this area right here. And I would wait for the market to pop up this way or pop down this way and then take my trade. I would not technically jump in a trade while it's in this little squeeze of a triangle right here. You see that squeeze in the triangle?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, but let's pretend that this was not here. Let's say that instead this is the only support. I mean, I'm sorry, goodness, this is the only support and this is the only resistance, and the market is headed up. And let's just pretend like the market is just going to crawl up this line like a caterpillar, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right here, is this in an uptrend or a downtrend?
Uptrend.
Uptrend, right. So we're going to go down. Okay, here's the same trend. Once again, we're in an uptrend, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and what we're watching for the market to do is to come down, bounce here, and then take off again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were low, high, low, high. Do you see that? Okay. So the market cannot go below this low point right here. If this market came all the way down, if the market busted my trend line, and if it bust this trend line, I'd really be watching closely. But if it busts this trend line, it would no longer be an uptrend, right? So we're hoping the market goes right here like this. So what I would do is I would come here and I would come put an alert. I would put an alert. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I would put an alert right here like this. And I would say, when the market touches this line again, send me an alert, because I'm going to take a buy off of this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Technically,
you could take a sell. You could trade back down to here, but we never want to trade against the trend. Because if I'm wrong here, I lose the trade. But if I take a sell here and I'm wrong, I lose the trade. But if I take a buy, I'll ultimately end up winning the trade if it's in the trend. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So we'll drop down to the 15-minute chart. Okay. And again, we're going to wait for it to touch our resistance and then head up. So when we come down to the 1-minute chart, we're only going to be taking buys. Okay. But you see, like you told me, you found trends on the 1-hour chart and then use the 1-minute chart to trade on, right?
Yeah.
But the deal is that once we get down, like, there are trends inside of trends inside of trends. Okay. So let's look here. Like on the 4-hour chart, this is my downtrend and uptrend, right?
Dalton, I'm so sorry. Baby woke up. Sorry.
You're okay.
Can I be in 2 minutes? I'll be back.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry. I know it's recorded. Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Do you still have time for this? Do you need to go?
No, I'm fine. Sorry.
Okay. So I want to tell you that I don't think analysis on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frames can be transferred to the 1-minute time frame. It's just too big of a jump. Okay. And that's kind of what I want you to see here. On the 4-hour chart, we have a downtrend and an uptrend, right? If we come down here to the 15-minute chart, there are trends inside of trends. So look here, inside this chart, we have an uptrend, a downtrend, an uptrend. Technically, it's like up and down. You see all these little tiny trends inside here?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's okay, Anna. I have 3 babies myself. I understand the struggle.
Yeah, I think I'm fine now.
It's okay. What's your baby's name?
Sorry.
What's your baby's name?
Sophia.
Sophia. It's a pretty name.
Thank you. She's 8 months.
I understand. Mine are getting big, but I've been there. Believe me. So it's okay. So if you're going to be trading on the 1-minute and the 5-minute chart, did you see how there are smaller trends within the trends?
Yeah.
Okay. You see how this is a little bitty downtrend here?
Yeah, like breaking.
So analysis on the 4-hour and 1-hour chart is good to trade on the 15-minute time frame. But if you're trying to trade on the 1-minute time frame, you need to be doing your analysis on the 15-minute chart, okay? Because here you see we have an uptrend, downtrend, up, down, and up, right?
Yeah.
So if we're going to trade on the 1-minute chart for you, we've got to come in on the 15-minute chart and see and do the same thing like this. We have a trend here, right? So what we would be doing on the 1-minute chart is waiting for this to come down and touch, just like it has all the way up here, touch here, and then take back off again. And we would only take buys here, okay?
Yeah.
If we backed up in time and we were over here and we were trading, man, that is a sloppy trend there, isn't it? Goodness. But here we would only be taking sells, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And the trend lines work the same way. We look at where the market has gone to and reversed at previous time frames. I mean, at previous support and resistance, and we would be keeping an eye on that sort of thing. You see here, the market turned around here. See how it turned right here. Look, see how it's at the same point right here.
Yeah.
So we know that this is a key reversal area. Okay. So I want you to do support and resistance and trend lines that way, because if you're trading with the trend, you automatically increase your chances of winning. Okay. So if we come down here to the 1-minute time frame, we would only be taking buys. We would only be headed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do take a lot of trades on the I do scalp some when I get bored. It's kind of a dicey way to trade, but it's okay. I mean, it is very possible. But all the same rules apply. So if we're going to go here, so we're going to be taking up trends, right? I mean, we're going to be taking up trades, and we're going to turn on the Ninja Matrix and make sure that it's on the right time frame. Okay, so we're only going to be, so we would not buy here because the Ninja Matrix is not saying buy, correct? So we would wait for the Ninja Matrix to turn blue. Okay, We're also going to wait for it to come down here. The Ninjacator, we're gonna make sure that the Ninjacator is on so that it will give us our ups and downs. Okay, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the market to come down and touch our support. We're gonna wait for the Ninja Matrix to say buy, and we're gonna wait for the Ninjacator to say buy. Okay, and we're stacking probabilities here. Have you watched my my video on the DeLorean trading strategy?
The one that you messaged today. Yeah.
That's the DMI. That's the DMI.
Sorry. No, I haven't done DeLorean. No.
It's okay. Can you absorb more information than this in one sitting, or is this enough?
Yeah, I can, for sure.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to keep moving. I'm going to show you, I have 3 more indicators that I use, and at least you can get them in front of you and kind of look at them and see how they integrate into your trading strategy. And if you have any other questions, you let me know, okay?
Sure, thank you.
Okay. So this is the DeLorean trading. This is not the DeLorean strategy. This is the DeLorean indicator. It is the indicator they use for the DeLorean trading strategy. What I'm going to show you has nothing to do with the DeLorean trading strategy. Okay. Do you know what these are EMAs? Do you know what EMA is?
Yeah, those are like average price.
Exponential moving averages. So this is, so like if we took this to a line chart, let's turn this off. Right here, you see how we can turn the candles into a line chart?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would technically be the one EMA. Okay, that's what the candles are doing instantly. So if we turn on the DeLorean EMA, this is the 800. This is what the candles have done over the last 800 candles. Okay, this is what the candles have done over the last 200 candles. That's 200 EMA. This is what the candles have done over the last 50. The red one is the last 13 candles, and the yellow is the last, I never can remember, 5. Okay, so here's the deal. And this is, I time entries and exits with this indicator, okay? First off, the market or the candles always come back to the 800. Just think of the 800 as a giant magnet, okay? It's always trying to pull the market back to itself. The 200 is like an intermediate magnet. The 200 is also trying to pull back the market. So if we look here, see how the market, let's go back just a smidge more. You see how the market gets away from the 800 and then it pulls back. It gets away from the 800 and then it pulls back, right? So we know that the market, once it gets away from the 800, it's going to be pulling back to the 800. And what this does is it just kind of gives us an idea of where the market is trying to get to, because it always comes back to the 800, okay? The market likes to touch the 200. So you see how it comes up here and touches the 200, touches the 200 here, plays with the 200 here, and ultimately goes back to the 8, okay? So the 800 and the 200 are where the market is headed. This 50 EMA right here tells us if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, okay? If the candles are above the 50 EMA, we are in an uptrend, okay? So this is an uptrend. And you see how we crossed below the 50 right here, and we're in a downtrend. I will not take a buy while we are underneath the 50 EMA, okay? So even if the matrix tells me to buy and the Ninjacator tells me to buy, if we are in a sell on this strategy, I will not take the trade because I'm trading against the trend, okay? So this is my third confirmation indicator. It also has to be in agreement with buy or sell. If I'm in a sell, it has to be below, like this right here. This would be a sell because it's below the 50, okay? And when it gets above the 50, it's a buy. Now this this indicator lets you time entries. When the yellow crosses through the red, we enter the market. Okay, so if I was going to sell here, I would wait for the yellow to cross through the red, and then I know the market is changing directions, and it would be a safe entry. I will never enter a sell while the 5 and the 13 are headed up. They have to cross, and then I'll sell. It's the same thing on a buy. If we're in a downtrend, if we're in a downtrend, the yellow has to cross through the red for me to buy. So you see we're above the 50, the yellow crossed through the red. So this is a safe area to buy. If that yellow crosses back through that red, I know that trend is over, right? So here we were looking and we saw from other indicators that we may be in a buy market, but this DeLorean is telling us most definitely that we are not. Okay. So we would have to wait to get back above the 50, which it could do pretty quickly. But it would have to get back above the 50 before I would take a trade. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make. Can you just
Okay.
repeat what the red one was 13, and do we look at that, or is it just a trend?
So the red one is the 13 and the yellow one is the 5.
5, yeah.
So the 800 is where the market is headed. The 200 is like an intermediate checkpoint. You see how it likes to come to the 200 and reject. The 50 is our trend. Above the 50 is a buy, below the 50 is a sell. And the yellow and the red time our entries. When the yellow and the red cross, we're looking to enter the market.
Okay.
Okay. And when they uncross, like look here, if we were, watch this. It goes both ways. Let me just show you in a short time frame. So look right here, they crossed and we got under the 50. So this is a safe sell. We sell, 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 sell. But when they cross back through each other, it's done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see them crossing. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So we can use the yellow and the red to time entries, time exits, to find the overall trend. Above the 50 is a buy, below the 50 is a sell. And these are where the market is headed, long-term and short-term. Okay, I know that's a lot of information, but I'll put this video up for you so that you can go back over it. Yeah, I know it's a horrible amount of information to take in one sitting. Let me show you one more indicator and we're going to call it good. Okay.
Sure.
And this is it. The directional movement index, the ADX key level. So this is a good indicator and I want you to see, and this is what my video was today, and you can trade only with this indicator if you want to, okay? But watch this. The first thing we look at is red on top or is green on top, okay?
Yeah.
If red is on top, it's a sell market. If green is on top, it's a buy market. So here it's a buy market because the green is on top of the red. Here it's a sell market because the red is on top of the green. Buy market, sell market, buy market. Does that make sense? Okay. So buy market, I'm sorry, sell market, buy market. This is the DMI, Directional Movement Index. This shows us strength. So here, when the this is called the key level, this line right here, okay? When the DMI crosses through the key level, we enter the trade. Okay, so I'm just going to mark this right here. When the DMI crosses through the key level, red's on top, DMI crosses through key level, we enter a sell. Okay. When the DMI exits, we exit. So this is trading area. Okay. When it's below, when the DMI comes below, we are not in, and then we would re-enter here. Okay. Now I want you to see, we did not look at the charts, but do you see how this lines up with the market?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're looking at this indicator, the DMI ADX key level, it's going to show you what is happening in the market and how strong the move is. Okay. I
Yeah.
use this indicator every single trade.
Mhm.
Okay. There's a couple other indicators like the MACD, the stochastic that I kind of sub in here and there. But these indicators that I've showed you here are my big time players.
Mhm. So your initial thought would be taking the support and resistance lines, then you know where you're standing with the price, then going down to 5 minutes, and then use the DeLorean and then the MACD. Is it, sorry, DMI?
DMI ADX, as well as the Ninja Matrix on the 15-minute time frame or 30-minute time frame. I guess you could even go to an hour. Not on the one. If you're trading 1 minute, you need to be on 15 minutes with the Ninja Matrix, in my opinion. But if you're trading on the 5-minute chart, you could go up to an hour with it, and then be sure and use the Ninjacator. The Ninjacator works with Heikin-Ashi candles, and the Ninja Matrix works with regular candles. So you got to be sure and go back and forth, or you're not going to get a good reading on it.
I might need to rewatch it and get the point that you were saying.
Look here. Do you know Heikin-Ashi candles?
Yes, I do. I do. I
And
do
regular
understand that the
candles?
press. Yeah, so I do understand Heiken-Ashi showing the trend. So it's everything kind of green, 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 while
Yes,
regular ones are
that's
jumping.
right. But the Ninja Matrix here, the Ninja Matrix uses regular candles. The Ninjacator uses Heikin-Ashi candles. So you have to, like, if you're like, man, what is a Ninja Matrix saying? You got to go back to regular candles. Okay. What is the Ninjacator saying? You got to go back to Heikin-Ashi candles. I don't guess you have to, but I would
Oh, okay.
for a more accurate reading.
I didn't know
So
Matrix was regular candles.
yes, it stays pretty close. Watch here. See this little blue strip right here? Watch this. See how it changed? It doesn't change a lot, but if you're on 1 minute chart, that's going to make a difference. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So I guess it just tightens things up more. It gets better information. I don't know what it is, but that's just what I was told when I started using it. So,
Yeah.
So take this. I want you to use support, resistance, and trend lines no matter what. Okay, that in any trading strategy you use, support and resistance is just like baby steps. Like you just got to do it. Because you got to know, it shows you your reversals, and you can really kind of tell where the market is headed. Okay. As far as these other things go, you just work them in as you see fit, because no indicator is wrong. It's just which one helps you interpret the market the best. Okay. I don't. Okay. So here are my takeaways for you, right? Let's go over this. Support and resistance. You got to. Okay. If you're trying to see where the trend is headed, do not use 1 hour and 4 hour charts to trade on the 1 minute time frame. Use 5 minute and 15-minute charts to trade on the 1 minute time frame. Okay.
And the support and resistance, you would do that in 1 hour and then going down to 15 minutes?
Just draw it all off the 15-minute. Because I do 1 minute time frames just for fun, and 1 hour is just kind of, it's the very, very, very tip top. But here's the deal. When I trade on the 1 minute time frame, I'm timing entries, but I'm technically trading on the 5 minute time frame, but I'm using 1 minute time frame for entries. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. And to be honest, I'm seeing myself liking to move to 5 minutes as I get a little bit of briefing space, kind of not
Yes.
acting as quickly. I feel like sometimes
Yes.
it's just moving too fast in 1 minute.
Yes. So here's the deal. Get everything lined up. Let's just pretend like, you know, see it. Let's just pretend like, can you see me or can you only see my screen?
Yourself in the screen.
You can see both. Okay. So if you were on the 15-minute, it was in a buy, and you were on the 5-minute and it was in a buy, you could go to the 1-minute to make sure you're not entering on a sell. That's it. Just wait till the 1-minute is also on a buy and then buy. So you could save yourself, somewhere between like 2 and 10 pips on that, which if you trade on the 5-minute, that's a lot of pips. But so just use the 1-minute to time your entries. Definitely the DeLorean strategy is going to be your buddy on the 1-minute time frame. That yellow and red line are going to be your buddies on the 1-minute time frame. And the DMI is your buddy on the 1-minute time frame for sure.
So analyze support and resistance 15 minutes, and then look for all the indicators and everything on 5 minutes, and then placing everything on 1 minute.
Yeah, time your entry on the 1-minute. Yeah, but don't make your big decisions on the 1-minute chart. Just your entries and exits. Yeah, I think that would be fine. And then work this into. Let me stop that. Work that into your strategy, and see what you get. I know I kind of called you off of like everything you were just doing, but just look at these things. And if you like what you're already doing, then just take a couple of these things over to what you're doing. The problem I have with trying to incorporate the V70 into other trading strategies is that the V70 does not take the trend into account. It takes the point of control into account, which I know the point of control is powerful, especially in the gold market, but the point of control does not pay any attention to trend, in my opinion. So because, if we're trading buy, but point of control is headed down, I mean, you could take that into account, I guess, or just see if the point of control is maybe going with the trend. To me, trend is king. You got to trade the trend. You have to. So maybe check the trend, and then see if point of control agrees with the trend. And that would be pretty useful. But if the trend and the point of control disagree, you might maybe go with the trend in that instance, I would say.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you so much. Sorry, it's hard for me to sort of get into deeper conversation because I'm just learning, I'm absorbing and practicing, and
Sure.
I feel like I'm a sponge right now, just absorbing, trying to.
I am too. So listen, do you have a trading strategy written down?
No.
Okay, so this is very important. Okay, and there's something you have to know, and you probably already know this, but there are people on the other side of the market that are making the market move in a way to get an emotional response out of you. Okay. The 90 rule is that 90% of traders lose 90% of their account in the first 90 days. Okay. And that is because very smart people are triggering emotional responses out of you, kind of like a casino would. Okay. So what we have to do is learn to not trade emotionally. And the way we stay out of emotional trading is by having a trading plan. Okay. So your trading plan would look like this. Step 1, what is the trend? Step 2, am I at support and resistance? Step 3, does DeLorean say I'm in an uptrend? Step 4, did I get a ninja up? Step 5, is the ninja matrix an agreement? Step 6, does the DMI say we're in a buy? Right? And then you have to decide how many of those have to be in agreement for you to enter. Is it 4 out of 6? Is it 5 out of 6? Is it 6 out of 6? Right? And you will not enter a trade unless these criteria are met. And then when you exit the trade, you say, when will I exit the trade? I will exit the trade if the ninja metrics turns a different color, if the DeLorean 5 and 13 cross over each other again. Whatever it is, have your rules and do not, for any reason, step away from those rules.
Mm-hmm.
And the rules can always be modified in the long term, but they can't be fudged on in the short term. You have to stick to your trading strategy. And if you do that, you'll start building a strategy that works, and it just takes time to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
But start doing it, start putting it together.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I will do that.
Okay. And know that you're being manipulated. Just know, look, when the market looks like it's headed up, you have to know that 90% or 99% of traders also think that it looks like it's moving up. And 99% of traders are not winning their trades. So if everybody recognizes that it's moving up, you really might want to reconsider that and take a closer look at what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to win, you got to trade like the 10% and not the 90%. And that means knowing when to trade. But that also really, really means knowing when not to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
It's so funny because I think I had question for sure, but then I started understanding what you were saying just to kind of absorb, and I forgot my question.
That's
I'll
okay.
come back to you on that.
Okay.
I'll come back. Oh, I definitely had a question. I'm just trying to, yeah, I knew that you're going to ask, but completely forgot it.
And stick with it. Okay. I know you're on a demo account, and that's fine. Next time we talk, I want to show you how to trade for pennies. And I think it's important to trade money, even if it's pennies. Okay. And I can show you how to make little bitty trades, but still feel the pressure of actual currency. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I had the question. Sorry, I just remembered
Okay.
what I was going to ask. Like just my life, staying at home with babies. Sometimes I'm trying to kind of find the time to look at the charts, understand the market, and then jump into the trade, and then see myself where I'm standing after which I do understand where I was standing. So I do make mistake or jump into then analyze. So I feel like I'm sometimes rushing in, not having much time to analyze it. Baby around. Sometimes I need to be for her there. So
Sure.
when baby goes to sleep nighttime, I feel like I do have time to look at the charts, but I don't know what to look at because Euro USD is something I've been looking for some time. In at this time at UK 10 o'clock, it goes so quiet, so there's not much I can do. Like you can see, like it's ranging. Even now that we're looking, it's ranging, and it's ranging till 1 o'clock UK time. So I feel like I can't do much. So the question is, could you advise what other currency pair I could look at this time?
Yes. So I trade when I'm home. I trade all day, and then if I can't sleep, I trade at night. And what I do, and in fact, if you go to my website, which is omodalton.com, I have a trading clock there in the more section. And all I do is follow that trading clock, and whatever market is open, especially at the crossovers, I just trade the open markets. So after 4, I stopped trading the US dollar and I switched to the Aussie and the yen. And then when the yen closes, I switch to the Great British Pound and the franc and stuff like that.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I will definitely look at the clock.
And just leave that clock up. In the morning, I just go to my website. That's the same clock I use. I just open it up and I put it on my screen, and I just leave it there, and then I just follow the market throughout the day.
Perfect. Thank you. That's very useful. Thank you for doing that and sharing.
You're welcome. Don't give up. That's what most people do. They get frustrated and they give up. but this is a skill and it takes time to learn it. So just get through the frustration and give your brain time to learn. And after a while, you will get it. Just don't let it chase you off. Okay. Don't get in a hurry. Just get into it for the long run. Okay. Just say, this is a life decision. This is a life skill. No matter what I do in my life, I can always do this. So I got the rest of my life to trade Forex, and just settle in to, this is just something I do. Like, you know, I go for walks, I go to the gym, I take care of the baby, and I trade Forex in my spare time.
And you completely read my mind. That's exactly what the mentalities have got, the mindset of God. It's for the long term.
Yes, it's for the long term, and give yourself a break, because it's very hard to learn. When I first started trading Forex, I was actually learning to play the piano, and I was doing pretty good with it. But I was given the advice, don't learn anything else. Just put everything else down and dedicate yourself to Forex for 1, 2, or 3 years, whatever it takes to get it, you know, and then go pick up something else. So that's what I've done. I've put down everything and I've dedicated myself to this. And I give the same advice to you. If you're doing anything else, just put it down and dedicate yourself to this. And because this really takes a lot of your brain needs to focus, or at least mine does it. And there's a lot of information here to take in. So give your brain the opportunity to absorb as much information as possible. Okay. Okay. Well, listen, I'm here most days. Okay. So if you need help, you need advice, you want to go over strategy or whatever, just shoot me a message. Okay. And we will meet back up and talk strategy. Okay.
Yes, Dalton, thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot, honestly.
You're welcome. You have any other questions?
Not at this point. I feel like I will come back once I get these support and resistant drawn and start jumping into things. Definitely following that.
Sounds good. Let me know. Good luck.
Thank you, Dalton.
You're welcome.
And have a good evening. It's evening for you.
You too. You too. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.